Good morning, Grand Ecosystem. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, my ESCOs. I want to appreciate all of you for your great concern over my life. I want to thank God for victory recorded. I want to thank God for standing with all of us in Grand Ecosystem. Yesterday, the enemies of Grand Ecosystem invited me, had petitioned me to Police Zone 7, FCT, and I went there and I came out victoriously. I came out unharmed and I came out safely. I want to thank God for our ESCOs who had given their support and stood by me. I want to thank Mr. Ibrahim Stephen for being with me throughout and for being there as a shorty. We are victorious at last. Those who wanted to cripple the Grand Ecosystem, Mr. Bartholomew Agbochonu and our former ESCOs, whom we have publicly declared as rebels, published in Vanguard newspapers, they have lost the battle once again. I went there and I came back. There is a saying in law that whosoever assert must prove. And you can't come to equity without being clean. Bartholomew Agbochonu is a grand handler. And therefore, he is not clean from asserting that I'm a slot seller. I'm trying to cause mayhem in the country. I had called people to block the roads. I have called people to go to elective officers with their mat and stay there. And I've also called for 5 million march to protest against the government. These were the allegations Bartholomew Agbochonu alleged over my life, trying to insinuate that I'm trying to distort the country. Unfortunate for Agbochonu, I had letters even from the National Security Advisor acknowledged our letters of peaceful protest and rights to demand for this disbursement. Agbochonu is too big for me to exalt him in this my voice note. But one thing I must tell him, that his plans has also failed. And my former ESCOs, who made a very good input in the petitions, have also failed. They are coming up with a parallel Gcdm, has also failed. Grand community, our enemies are very few, and these ones, I must tell you, they are certainly the enemies of Grand Ecosystem. If there is no grant in Nigeria at all, a man like Agbochonu should be behind bars. If you want to sanitize the Grand Ecosystem, you should start with yourself. For you to know who is a madman, the person should first and foremost burn his father's house. This is an African saying. Agbochonu had no local standing for petitioning me as a grand fighter, fighting for the masses to be free. Agbochonu is a grand handler, and Nigerians, if you shield Agbochonu from going to cleanse himself from the Volunteer Refuge Foundation grant, he collected huge subscription from the people, you are harming yourself. None of us is clean as far as the grant ecosystem is concerned as regarding subscription, because we have either aided or abetted subscription in different levels. My eyes were more open in the police station to feel that if grant disbursement does not happen in Nigeria, Nigeria will decide her fate. But the in-house parallel Gcdm going on is condemnable. Instead of us fighting for the grant, we are fighting for the positions. Ladies and gentlemen, these cohorts have failed once again. I celebrate victory at last. I came out victoriously and I remain victoriously. They have lost the battle and they remain losers. Both Bartholomew Agbochonu and the former expelled rebels of Gcdm, they are all losers. Their petition yesterday was completely a trash, and it remains a trash. Of course, when you get into the web of the law, you will hardly come out without being scratched. But I thank God I came out victoriously. The battle line between grant community and enemies of this grant, in-house enemies and external enemies, should be taken very seriously before God in prayers. Because in as much as we are fighting for the grant to come out, others are fighting to make a name. But the truth remains that whether we have national PRO of Gcdm parallel, whether we have a parallel women leader of Gcdm, we cannot have two Reverend Moses from Abuja. This is the failure of these individuals. They should go and produce another Reverend Moses from Abuja. At that, I can declare them victorious. But in as much as they cannot do that, they are a failure. And they remain failures. Forever they are failures. Ladies and gentlemen, in Grand Ecosystem, there is no need flogging a dead lion. Our victory is guaranteed. And the grant is going to be disbursed. From all indication, there is hope. From all lights, the enemies have failed. And soon we shall celebrate. I appreciate those who called for my bail yesterday. I appreciate those who were concerned about it. All grant fighters, all associations of grant fighters, all of us involved in fighting for this grant, kudos to you. Our fight is receiving a boost. I want to call on all fighters to join hands. We are not fighting to make Reverend Moses, we are fighting for grant community. We are fighting for disbursement. We are fighting to be free from the shackles of poverty. We are fighting for injustices in Nigeria. And we will continue to fight. We will not relent our effort because we are intimidated by agents of progress. We will continue to struggle to make sure that this grant is disbursed and disbursed on time. I appreciate all grant fighters. Please, let's come together. I encourage all of us, let's come together. Discard the position, discard the fame looking for, discard the things that are not helpful for the disbursement of this grant. We stand for one thing: let the grant be disbursed. Let Nigerians be free. Let Nigerians be happy. I appreciate the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and his Executive Council, who are making sure that this thing is delivered and delivered on time. All grant handlers, I appreciate you. Please expedite effort to make sure that Nigerians smile again. I want to appreciate my great ESCOs. I will continue to be personal over these ESCOs. They are my escorts. They are my escorts. And they are my escorts. If you don't like it, according to somebody, go and hang transformer. They are my escorts. I appreciate you, great escorts. I appreciate my General Assembly, including all the 36 state administrators and FCT. Thank you very much for standing with me. Your prayers are getting to the appropriate quarters, and God will answer us. I appreciate those who followed me yesterday. I appreciate Mr. Stephen Ibrahim once again, the FCT administrator, the National Treasurer of Gcdm, Engineer Ugochukwu Onyamachi, and everybody that came along. I appreciate you. God bless you. I remain your brother and friend, Reverend Moses from Abuja, the name that sound in the ecosystem that cannot be duplicated by any parallel Gcdm. Reverend Moses from Abuja remain my name, the president of Gcdm worldwide. God bless you. Today's date is the 5th day of May 2026, and the time is 8 o'clock. Good morning.